How you doing? Kevin here from Oil Solutions, and we've had a situation here where we have a filter and we had the filter leak and we have a couple ounces of fuel here. This is something you're probably going to see on a daily basis. I'm going to show you how to clean this up real quick. First thing you want to use is Oil Solutions powder. The only time you can use the powder is if you can see the fuel's still pooling. If the fuel is already absorbed like it is over here, you're not going to use the powder. But we're going to use the powder first to clean this up. You don't need very much, just a handful or two. The powder holds 13 times its weight, so you only need a little bit, and you can't waste it either, which is great. If you pour it, if I dump the whole bag down, the powder is only going to absorb the fuel that's there. All the virgin material you can see is still white. If I poured the whole bag down, I could just take all the virgin material and put it back in the bag, so you can't waste it. So you just leave that for basically a minute or so, and we could just wipe this in. And there we got rid of the pooling fuel. So there was some fuel pooled up there, and we got that now, and that's all this stuff here. And this is all non-toxic. We can throw this right into the garbage, and you can see we can throw this right into the garbage. This is non-toxic now. If you were to have this tested, this will come back non-detectable for any hydrocarbons. The pH will be 7, which is neutral, and this is approved to throw right into the regular trash. You can just take all this and throw it away. So if we had a big large spill here and we dumped the whole bag down, you'd have a whole lot of this. And you could just take this and throw it right into the garbage. So now that we've used the powder and we got rid of the pooling fuel, now we're going to use Oil Solutions liquid to get the stain out and get the smell out of here. The smell is going to disappear immediately, and we're going to let the magic to the liquid is to let the liquid soak in and let it dry. And let's get started, and then you'll start to see this. First thing we're going to use is Oil Solutions Step 1. We have this in 1-gallon pails, and we also have it over here in spray bottles. In this situation here where the fuel is all over the ground, I'm going to use the 1-gallon kit and just start to pour it on. It's going to be more effective. I'm going to be able to cover the area a lot quicker. Now the key to using the product is to use the amount of Step 1 as much as oil as we have spilled. So around here there's probably approximately a half gallon or so, maybe a little less than that. So I'm going to spread all Step 1 out, and I'll know it's gone if the smell is gone. And I'll let you know if how we do with that. I'm going to use a brush here just to spread it out and get in all the tough areas. And the kind of brush that I'm using is a plastic brush or a vinyl brush, so I don't absorb the product up. If I was to use a rag or some kind of absorbent, that would actually the brush would be soaked in my oil solutions. We don't want that. We want all the oil solutions to stay on the spill. So I'm just going to finish contacting Step 1. You want to ensure that you get it everywhere. You don't want to miss a spot. The one thing about the product you need to know is you need to make sure that Step 1 and Step 2 are completely contacted to all the affected area. Alright, I got the whole area. Now, the smell is gone. It's almost gone. It's down. It was like at a 10, now it's down to like a 1. I can barely smell it. Once we add Step 2 on, the smell is going to be gone completely. Oil Solution Step 2. And you want to make sure that you use the same amount you did of Step 1. So I used around a quarter of that bottle, and I want to make sure I use the same thing. You can be a little bit off, but you want to try to get as close as you can. And again, I'm just going to use the brush just to spread it out and make sure I got the whole area. And you can see what happens is once the Step 2 is on, it's going to start to turn all white and turn into almost a solid. But basically what you're looking for is the smell to be gone. If you still smell some fuel, just add some more. Add it till it goes away. As you'll see, as you add it, the smell will disappear. Alright, now here's the great part. We could just leave this. We're done. We don't have to do anything else. The smell is completely gone. I smell nothing. There's no fuel smell whatsoever. This is now a non-toxic situation. There's nothing in here that can hurt anybody. This is designed now just to leave. I could just leave all this, and what's going to happen is this product is going to go into the floor, and it's going to pull out from the floor all the fuel that's in the floor. And when I come back here about in a few hours when this is dry, all that's going to be left is a little white powder or white residue all over the floor that I could just clean up, sweep up, vacuum up, whatever, or just leave it in place, whatever's appropriate. So that's about it. Let's come back in about an hour or two and see what it looks like. Okay, we started this cleanup this morning about 8 o'clock in the morning. It's about 3:30, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We came back here to check it, and it all seems to be dry. The key to using the product, the magic to using the product, is to make sure it's dry. You know, after 15 minutes, 20 minutes, a half hour, it's still going to be wet. You want to leave it as long as possible. I would say the longest period of time would be 24 hours, would be to the next day. In this case, this is an enclosed area. The boiler's running, so it did dry pretty quickly. So it took about 6 hours, and it's completely dry. There's no smell of oil in here. We got it all. So now all we have to do is clean it up. Now let me emphasize this point. You don't have to clean this up. This is okay to leave here. It's non-toxic. Our Oil Solutions product is green. It's non-toxic. As we're using it, it's non-toxic. And now that we've cleaned up the oil, this is a whole non-toxic now. So this could be just left here. Just to show you how to clean it up, we're going to clean it up now. Let's take a look. What I did was I poured some water in here to basically just get some of the stain out of the floor. It appears as though there's a white stain, but there's not. It's just we've turned the fuel into a white powder, and that has embedded itself into the floor. I'm just going to use some water to get that out. Okay, so to clean this up again, we could just leave it. I scraped it up with a scraper, took a broom, got rid of the powder, and then just take some water and a little plastic brush and just clear it out. You can see I left half where I cleaned it and the other half I left. It's really important to remember on old stains that have been around for 15, 20 years, just soaking into the concrete, it's important to do 2 or 3 applications to get it completely out. Now the good news is after the first application, the smell's gone, the odor's gone. But to get the stain fully out, you may have to do 2 or 3 applications. Okay, just to recap what went on here, we had a spill from the filter. We applied the powder, then step 1 and step 2, and we got rid of that immediately. To take it a step further, we had the staining here that had been here for years. We applied step 1 and step 2 that day also. We came back the next day and did a second application, because remember, it's important to know if you have a spill that happened now, a new fresh spill, it only takes 1 application and you'll get rid of it immediately. When it comes to old stains where a boiler room has a soaked floor, it's dirty, it's been soaking, oil's been soaking in there for years, that took a second application, possibly even a third application. And this time we only had to do 2. You can see the result. There's absolutely no smell in here anymore. We got it all. As far as cleaning it up goes, basically we swept it up, we vacuumed the powder out because you're going to have a powder residue. You can see a slight white here. I left it on purpose so you could see it. To get that out, just use a very light brush and some water. No cleaners, you don't need anything like that. just a very delicate brush and some water, and we can just wipe this out and clean it out if it's appropriate, if you have to. But very easy to do, and the result is great. The smell's gone and the place looks great.